Beach FM kick-off sports breakfast show with HMC Kapiti, your local authorised Kia and Suzuki sales and service agent, and now your local AA Auto Centre. At HMC Kapiti, the journey just gets easier. Find out how easy online at hmckapiti.co.nz.
Welcome back to the Kick-Off Sports Breakfast Show on Beach FM. Let's talk hockey now. Let's welcome back from the Kapiti Coast Hockey Club. It's Grayson Rowse. G'day, Grayson.
G'day, Damian.
How you doing, mate?
Oh, pretty good. We're looking forward to another exciting weekend of hockey.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, it's another weekend out there, another excitement around the traps. So, how you been this week? How's preparation for another Level 2 weekend?
Well, preparations have gone well. We've got all the procedures in place to keep players and spectators safe. So that's all good. Our games today on this afternoon are all out of town, unfortunately.
Right.
But we've got some good games on tomorrow. But for today, this afternoon, we've got our Premier 1 women playing Hutt United 2:45 down in Wellington. Hutt United is sitting on top of the table, whereas our Premier 1 women, as a developing team, are nearer the bottom of the table. So it's going to be a bit of a tough head out for them, and particularly coming after a 5-0 loss last week to Victoria. But we wish them luck with that game. Our Premier 3 women gold, they'll be playing Northern United. On the top of the table clash at 2:45 down in Wellington. Last time out, that was a 1-0 win to Kapiti, so we'd like to see something similar again. And our Premier 3 purple women, they'll be playing against Upper Hutt over at Maidstone at 12:45 last time. That was a 4-1 win to our women, so we hope that's going to see them well for this game as well. And then we have our Premier 3 men at 2:30 playing Victoria University 3. Last time that was a 3-2 win to Kapiti, so we'd like to see that again. Last week, our Premier 3 men had a fantastic come-from-behind win against Northern United. Coming into the fourth quarter, it was 3-2 to Northern United. And unfortunately, our men, for the first 3 quarters and the first few minutes of each of those quarters, somehow managed to let one goal in for each quarter. Their defence was, at best, disorganised during those times. But once it settled down, they managed to keep out a lot of good attack from Northern United. They scored 2 massive goals in the last quarter to see them end that game 4-3 ahead. They just need to concentrate on their early defence at the beginning of each of those quarters. Over on Sunday, we've got here in Kapiti, we've got our Premier 2 women taking on Harbour City. Kapiti is sitting near top of the table. In fact, on top of the table. So we're expecting a good showing from them. They're coming off a 4-2 win against Victoria last week. Our Reserve 2 women are playing at 12:45 over in Upper Hutt. Last week they won 3-0 against Karori, so they're absolutely stoked about that. And they're looking forward to continuing that role against this week against Upper Hutt. Our Reserve 2 Purple men will be playing at 1 o'clock here in Kapiti. They'll be taking on Batoni number 3. That should be a good tussle there. Last week they came out with a 1-1 draw against Nainai. And finally, our Reserve 2 gold men, they'll be taking on YW Batoni in a friendly game. Number 2 at Fraser, coming off a fantastic 6-2 win over Taba Titans last week. So that's all of the hockey coming up for this weekend. So we wish all of our teams well. On a sad note, this last week have seen the Black Sticks community and Wellington hockey lose one of its legends. Jack Tynan, who started his hockey in the Karori Hockey Club in the 40s and 50s, died over the week, this last weekend gone. He was the first ever captain of the first men's Olympic hockey team from New Zealand that competed in the 1956 Olympic Games in Melbourne. And in 2007, he was inducted into the Wellington Sporting as a Wellington Sporting legend. So the hockey community is mourning that loss, and in tribute and in remembrance of Jack, all of the games will be starting with a minute's silence to recognise our loss. So that's a bit of sad news that Jack Tynan, one of our great legends, passed away this last week.
Thinking of the family. Thank you for the updates there,
Absolutely.
Grayson. Mate, thank you so much for coming on, updating us, and all the best with everything going on this weekend and everything that you've done this season. Last question for you, mate.
Yeah.
It's just how long to go for you guys? It's a lot of people seem to be coming up to playoffs and whatnot. So how long to go for you?
Yeah, so we're getting down to the real sharp pointy end. For the senior, for the Premier teams, we're down to the last round games next week, and then we'll be starting to move into the semis and finals after that. So for those that don't make those semis, there'll be a number of friendly games ongoing to keep the interest up. But we will report next week on where it looks like everyone's going to end up standing before the playoffs.
Absolutely, mate. Well, all the best to everybody that's away today because no one is at home and everyone that's playing tomorrow. But go well, mate. Keep up the great work. We'll catch up next week.
All right. Thanks, Damian. See ya.